day, Mr. Pela.
Yes, oh my brother.
You basically received the judgment at the Federal Court of Appeal, and from the smiles on your face, one could, want to guess how the outcome is. So, can you tell the public, the outcome and how and why you came to the Court of Appeal for your case in Delta State?
Well, let me start with why I came. We had filed a petition against the process and results of the governorship election in Delta State, and following due process, because we had 7 respondents. So following due process, we had filed. There are certain things that need to be done before the case actually starts. You need to file a form TF007 to apply for pretrial hearing, and then a form along with a form TF008. Now, after about 4 of the respondents were initially not available to be served, and so we had to apply for substituted service to be able to serve them. Now, mindful of time, after we had served about 3 of the respondents, mindful of time, after we had managed to serve all of them through substituted service, our lawyers went ahead and filed the form TF007 and TF008, applying for pretrial hearing to start. Now, pretrial hearings started, and everybody, they responded to the pleadings, they responded to all the issues, only for them to come on the day that pretrial hearing was actually, because he had been adjourned for 1 or 2 days, to complete the processes, only for the lawyers to one of the respondents to stand up and say we had abandoned our petition because we filed the application for trial hearing before it was due to be filed, and as such our petition had been abandoned. How a petition can be abandoned when everybody is responding to the issues and we're all in court, I did not understand. And so when judgment was given against all logic, judgment was given against us at the lower, at the tribunal, we determined that we will go on appeal. It's been a tough process. And we went on appeal. The hearing was had about 2 weeks ago, and today the Court of Appeal upheld our appeal, that our petition was not abandoned, and that the provision for abandonment is to punish erring people who abandon their petitions, not to punish diligent people who file before time. All right, so we basically are happy with the decision. We are now going back. That petition, where did the fear since?
So where does that leave you now?
Congratulations, Your Excellency.
So we're going to the tribunal to start our petition that they've been afraid to hear. And we hope that within the next 6 weeks, before the 180 days are completed, we will complete the process.
So you're going back to the tribunal in Delta State?
Good question. Good question.
No, because the audience need to understand, is it the same
now,
tribunal?
It's not likely to be the same tribunal, because it is obvious that once this kind of thing has happened, that tribunal will be deemed to have been biased. So what I'm sure would happen is that they would set up a new tribunal, a new panel that we will go and meet before. And hopefully that panel will not be in Asaba, it will be in Abuja.
Thank you very much. And what's your message to the obedience globally?
Ha! Obedience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The judiciary is the hope, is the last hope of the common man.
All eyes on the judiciary.
The Court of Appeal today has proven that that technicalities will not be allowed in these matters. Justice must be done and must be seen to have been done. So let us continue to hope and trust that the judiciary will do the right thing in the presidential election petition.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How do you feel hearing the verdict of the Labour Party Delta State gubernatorial candidate?
Well, I want to say this is the greatest day of my life. My name is Dr. Peter Michael Piper. Now, you see, every time the politicians do this thing they have always done, these transactional politicians, these enemies of the people that consistently derail our country from the trajectory we're supposed to go to. And every time they do this, what do they simply say? If you don't like it, go to court. If you don't like it, go to court. As if the court is an extension of their own criminal network. Today, we're beginning to see the judiciary standing up to its true purpose as the only hope for the common man. Delta states, where we all know that our victory was stolen, has been restored today by this judgment. We're beginning to have a reinvigorated confidence in the judiciary. Some time ago, we keep saying, all eyes on the judiciary, all eyes on the judiciary. Today, the judiciary have been able to prove that indeed they can be relied upon, they can be counted upon. This is one of the greatest days for Delta State. Delta State has been ruled for the past 24 years by a set of cabal. And this particular set of people, they have Delta State strangulated. They have Delta State on a stranglehold. Of all the states in the Federation, Delta State has remained one party for so long. And this is what these people have been doing consistently. Now today, the judiciary have been able to prove that truly there is hope for justice. And I hail the judiciary. I can't express my joy enough. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live all Deltans, and long live the judiciary.
So, by this judgment now, do you now have confidence that the presidential election would see the same fate?
Well, this is just a litmus test of what the judiciary is capable of doing. And if the judiciary can do this for Delta State, we believe that the judiciary can do the right thing for the entire Nigerians. Look at what's going on across West Africa. Democracy in the continent of Africa, in West Africa, in Central Africa, is all being destroyed. And what is happening is because we all know that there is a set of politicians who always plan a civilian coup. And every time they do this, they want to say, well, this is democracy. We need to say that enough is enough. Just yesterday, Gabon lost their fake democracy, and we hope that a true democracy will come out. We see what's going on in Niger. We see it everywhere around West Africa. Now, Nigeria is too big to be subjected to that. This is not a banana republic. This is one of the greatest countries in the world, the most populated place for Africans, for all black Africans. And we say injustice will not prevail in this country. So we hope that this is going to be the beginning of right judgment, and we look forward to this when it comes to the presidential elections petitions tribunal. That's what we're looking forward to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So we go back to where we start.
I think that the fear don't come back to them again. Very now.